And if she couldn't get you, she had a stick. I don't know what she got this stick from. Like she found it outside and got it shaved or something. You get hit with that stick. She had a razor strap. My granddaddy had a razor strap.
Yeah.
And she would whoop you with that. Whatever she could get her hands on, if you're getting hard. And we respected her. We didn't care about that wheelchair because she was a strong old lady. She was a strong old lady, and that wheelchair didn't stop her from nothing. From that one thing. If she want to whoop you, she want to go down to the bootlegger house and drink. If she want to go to the grocery store and go down every aisle. Right. She want to go to the bank. She want to go get her something to eat. My grandmother, so a lot of who I am came from the women I was around. They're never giving up. They're fighting through everything. So it was easy for me to face the world after that. Because if you got women around you that are willing to fight for everything, who wouldn't fall? So why would you fall as a man? So I look at myself, when it's time, when people going through things, and it's easy for me to tell other people, hey man, look, you got to fight some more. Lady, you got to fight some more. Because I came up under that. And for me, for them to be women to fight as hard as they did, I would feel less of a man if I didn't fight in my current time right now. It wouldn't be right at all if I didn't fight for anything. So I fight. Yeah, that's a dedication to all the women, all the women in my family. Yeah, I named it "Thank You, Dear." If you listen to the lyrics,
is that what the song is?
Yeah, it's called "Thank You, Dear." It was Sam Cooke's song.
Yeah, I really like that. I like how he starts out. Because that was in Malcolm X. I know.
Right.
I like you using that.
And that's the first thing I thought about when I heard the song.
And this is you.
Yeah. That is me. And it ain't never gonna change.
Hey, y'all, listening to this. Don't that sound good? I had to stop. Look, I got distracted. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Because it just sounds good. It sounds good.
Thank you so much.
We're listening to a lot of K-TRON's music. He's got, how many? We've got it on SoundCloud because he's got music on not only SoundCloud,
YouTube,
but
SoundCloud, Facebook, and it's another site, Spotify.
Okay. Yeah. So please check out his music because, man. But we're going to continue on. We're going to continue on because I know I interrupted him in mid-conversation. All right. So my apologies.
It's your podcast.
I interrupted you in mid-conversation. Sometimes I got a habit of doing that when I got a thought and I interrupt. But I just heard that music and I was like, I was feeling it.
Old school,
I'm feeling it. And I love.
That's a product of my environment growing up with all those women in the house.
You have this raspy soul.
Right.
Soulful kind of unique voice,
right?
That I'm hearing.
And what's crazy?
Like
the octaves change, like depending on what the music says.
Okay.
I think any instrument makes your voice or make you
kinda
think
change.
a certain way. Yeah. So you have to make it fit somehow. God has given me the ability, the talent to write music. And a friend of mine, when we were talking, it takes a certain type of genius to hear music and to be to write something that makes sense from your life that makes the whole world say, hey, I feel that or I like that. So it's a sprinkle of some type of genius in there somewhere. I believe that. Because I've met people who say, man, I can't do that.
Right.
I think everybody can sing.
Well,
I really think everybody can.
Then you probably don't want to hear me sing. I don't think I got a mean karaoke voice.
Now this is
I do a karaoke now.
Right.
People will tell you
get you a couple glasses of wine.
I can do that karaoke. Heck yeah.
And but see, you got to listen to my analogy.
After a few drinks, I think I can probably conquer the world. Maybe.
Now everybody can sing, but everybody can't hold a note.
Oh, okay.
That was my analogy about that. Everybody can sing because everybody can make a sound.
Okay.
But can you make that sound harmonize? Can you make it do, make somebody say, oh man, did you hear that? That's what music's power to change.
I think that I make them do something, but they might not be going. They might go, oh, whoa. They might do that.
Right.
I don't think they're doing
like
it.
I said, everybody can sing, but everybody can't hold a note.
Hold a note.
Because a note, you got to think, it's so many things you can do with notes. You can up and down, sideways. Like when I listen to R. Kelly, he has these things called ghost tones. No. When you hear these tones in these songs, Like I listen for all that when I listen to music. Everything is on top.
Is that what that's called?
A ghost tone. That's why they call it ghost tone. It sound like.
I'm not even going to attempt it. I was almost like it was coming up the throat, up my throat, and I was almost gonna follow you, almost. But then I decided that it's probably not. I want people to listen to continue to listen, and if I start singing, they might not. They might want to change the channel.
They might tune in. You never know. Because today's music, if you can listen to today's music, if you can listen to, you know what? I was having this conversation too with a coworker, and she's young, she's of this time, and she's saying today's R&B is great. I'm like, I don't agree with that, because today's R&B doesn't have no substance. You got to think about it, and I'm not talking bad about today's great. They made it. But I think it's a hidden agenda that's being pushed, because if you listen to it, the R&B today is not, you can't hold on to it. You can put on any album from the 90s and the 80s and the 70s right now and put it on. You're going to hear something to make you just do something or feel it. But today's, you go to certain artists' first album of today's time, you don't remember it. Because you got to think about it. You got 20-year-olds talking about love. They haven't lived, they don't know what love is. They don't really know what it is to be in love with anything or anybody. Because they still got to find themselves. You get what I'm saying? So today's R&B, like it's they made it. Like I said, they where I want to be. I'm glad they doing their thing, but you can't call that real R&B, because they don't even know how to hit notes no more. They got studios now that'll synthesize your voice, that'll put a sound on your voice to make you sound
really
right. I don't use any of that.
To have talent?
No, you don't have to have talent. In this day and time, you don't have to have talent. I think it's all about, to me, I think it's another agenda. I just don't know what that agenda is. Because if you listen to listen to anything from, you can go back to 2000. This when Usher was, doing this thing, Bobby Valentino, Neo. Listen to that R&B versus today's R&B. I mean, thank God for Neo. Thank God for Trey Songz still being around. Now, they got guys like Luke James. I don't know why he's not being pushed. They got a new guy named Eric Bellinger. I don't know why he hasn't made it to the top of the list. But these other guys, some of these R&B guys, I don't even know them. Because I can't even really tune into them, because the things they saying. Think about it. Back in the day, they told a story on how they met the woman. They told the story on how they got with the woman. And then when they talked about the sex, it made you cringe, like, oh my God, I wish a man do that for me. But today, they just go out and say it.
Yeah.
Then they say, if you don't give me none, there's no storyline. So then they'll say, if you don't give me none, then give me your friend. Yeah. So now it's a swap out.
Is true.
So if you, and like I said, I'm not taking none away. I'm not trying to downgrade them, but in order for you to talk about love, you got to live a little bit. You got to go through some things. You got to move in with a woman. Move in with her. Go through some things with her, pay some bills, and do all that stuff. But until then, whoever writing these records, they need to have some experience behind love making and talking about sex and grooming a woman or just loving on them. Because today's R&B isn't a different spot than what I'm used to. And I'm not saying I'm the best, but my R&B is way different from these guys of the day.
Okay, so you said live a little. What have you done? What experiences have you gone through to sing the songs that you do? Have you? What kind of life experiences have you gone through to be able to, feel your music?
Okay, I'll give you a prime example. I have a song called "I Found Love." Okay. While walking on the one-way street. People actually picturing the street while they're doing it, but my one-way street was my mindset, because I wanted to be with somebody else, but the woman that I'm with is right here the whole time, but I'm ignoring that. Mm-hmm. But I went through, I think every woman that I dealt with seriously, that I took serious, that I didn't make it with, I really believe there was a stepping stone to get to the woman that I had, because I couldn't get there without going through those, living with a woman that I thought I was in love with, or when I was in college I was with a girl, I thought I was going to marry the girl, but that didn't work out for whatever reason. Okay. But I think I was taking little bits and pieces. I was learning as I was going. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what it takes for you to know about love. Like love, that you just don't wake up and say, oh, I'm in love.
friend.
You have to go through some things. Your heart has to feel something. It has to go through something. It has to hurt.
Oh, yeah.
It has to churn and turn. It has to do all kinds of things. But you can't just be 18 and say, oh, I'm in love with you. I used to tell girls, if you tell me you love me in 3 months, I'm leaving. My nickname was Cold Turkey. Because I'm leaving. Y'all, you're not going to tell. I'm 18. You're not.
Was it really Cold Turkey?
I was really Cold Turkey. I'm gone. Bye. I'm done. You love me after we only dated for 2 months. All right, well, you won't get another phone call.
Yeah.
Because I know it's not real. You gotta, and now, mind you, I'm raised by all women. Mm-hmm. So they teaching me everything as I'm going. They teaching me all this stuff about women, everything about women that they can give me at the time. So I took heed to a lot of things. Never had a disease because I protected me. I'm not, I don't want to go through that. Right. So love, it takes time. It's nothing that can just happen overnight. And then it's just as the steps you got to take to get in it. It's harder to even get out of it. You can't just fall out of love with nobody.
That's true.
Once you start loving somebody and it's real love, imagine that they just up and leave you, whether it's him or her. It's hard to get out of that. So these young guys, these young girls, they don't really know what love is. I think they're screaming for help by the way they dress. Help me. It's just a different atmosphere now. When you go to the clubs, man, I remember going to the clubs, you can learn and dance at the same time. You go in the club now, man, it's like, I don't know what he's saying. You listen to the beat, and then the radios are not like they used to be. They used to play the records that made sense. Now they just push anything. I don't know why they're pushing the music they're pushing.
I think it's more for the ratings.
Yeah. The young people are running the radio stations now. It's whatever the young people want to hear.
Yeah.
Because, like how the clubs used to do, they say if you follow the woman, if you go with the woman, that's where everything is going to be. And that's true. But this sound, this music today, like I say, it has no substance, it has no bass. It doesn't stick. And it doesn't hit like it's supposed to. It doesn't like make you want to go sit down somewhere and think about your thoughts and get them together. Mm-hmm. But I don't know when it's gonna change. Hopefully they let me in the door and they see my view. Hopefully they see this podcast and say, that young man is right. So that young old school guy, he's right.
Young old school. Young old school. So you said you grew up in. You were born and raised right here in
Portsmouth, Virginia, yeah.
Have you lived anywhere else?
Yeah, I've lived in North Carolina. I've lived in New Jersey. I've lived in Atlanta. I lived in New Orleans. Grew up a lot of my Greensboro, North Carolina, Brunswick, Georgia. My mom was, if she feel it, she gone.
Okay.
Yeah, but since I've been old enough to do my own thing, I've lived in Atlanta, Louisiana. That's it. Louisiana. But when I was younger, we was always moving around, going somewhere. If my mama saw it as an opportunity, and if she could go to China and find an opportunity, she was going. So that was her thing.
Where'd you go to middle school and high school?
Middle school, elementary, I started on Highland Biltmore. That's in Portsmouth. Then I went to John Tyler. That's in Portsmouth. Then I went to Harry Hunt Junior High School. That's in Portsmouth. Then I went to Woodrow Wilson my first years of back then. High school was 8th grade. And then I went to IC North and I graduated in 95.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But then, then I moved to Carolina and I went to Western Guilford. I went to Benny Smith and I went to Dudley High. Then I came back here and I finished then I finished my high school years right here.
Was it hard to keep friends?
No. All the people that I met, I keep in contact with them. I think I'm still one of the only guys that still have all his friends. Well, all his associates, besides the ones that I lost, like, through violence or whatever. Right. So, yeah,
So it wasn't hard to keep friends?
No, not at all. So I'm just that guy. I'm the guy everybody likes.
You move around a lot. When you move around a lot, it's kind of hard to keep,
Yeah, but I stayed in touch. I'm one of them guys, man. Like, I love easy and I love hard. I take to people, and I trust you until you can't be trusted. I'm one of those guys. I love all my friends. I can't be around them all the time, but I love all my friends. There be times where I might be drinking some wine. I get to calling all of them. Man, what you doing? How you doing today, man? Just calling to check on you. I spent probably 2 hours one day just calling on my friends. As many as I could.
2 hours? 2
hours. Because I got a thing where I do this right here. I go sit on my balcony at home, and I put on my music, and other people, and I just sit there and just have a good time. My thought process.
Do you listen to other people's music?
Nowadays, no. Now I go back to the old school. I listen to a lot of R. Kelly, Tank, Tyrese. Okay. I go back to those guys. like I say, like today's R&B hasn't done enough to make me listen.
But you listen to.
I listen to all the old school stuff. I still